Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. So Penn State's offense will take the field first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. The play-action fake. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will try to get something started with their first possession. He's only got a few games left to make that final impression on Heisman voters, but based on the season he's had so far, he's certainly run his way well into contention, David.
It's been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable to be a running back to impact the game this much. Consistently, week in, week out, take the physical pounding and still be elite. Finishing this season will go a long way to this.
Racing down the left side. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Terrapins! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out, and he's not resting on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his first sack of the game.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Got his man to the left. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Finding an escape route. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Willis. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Terrapins are on the move. They'll run it from the gun. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He leaves it with his back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He might want another play. To the air, it's Dyer. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Has to get there to move the sticks. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Terrapins moving quickly to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the 1st quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Here's the pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Tight end now in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. On target to the left. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. And the Terrapins look to keep this drive humming. Right back to the well. Across the 35. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Got the 1st down and more. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 2nd and goal for the offense. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Marches ahead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Punt is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. And the Terrapins buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Gonna run it. It's Howard. Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it in.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Knocked down in the backfield, that'll bring up 4th down, and they don't have to run another play here if they don't want to. Punt is on its way. Cradles it at the 35. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. He'll put toe to leather and get this 2nd half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my...
Makes the grab down the left side. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Dyer. Pressure coming. Got enough space. Touchdown, Maryland! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wants to go up top. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Terrapins! Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Dyer. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, and most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with the mechanics. And you could tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Touchdown, Maryland! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They're facing a third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, it's Dyer. Here's a heat. Got the first down. Turning it on. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble. Has another first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Working that left side now. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on second down. The quick out. On the move at the 30. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Terrapins are on the move. He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. And that might be a dagger. They've pushed the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Sweet cut there.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Back to throw, it's McCray. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here on 3rd down. Quick handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for pass, but now come up, just make the tackle. Force a 4th down. The defense could not get the back on the ground, Palmer, and he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, David, and better gap integrity up front, too, on defense. I know you think it's going to be pass, but that doesn't give you an excuse to get out of your lane. Everybody's thinking sack the quarterback, but now they just opened a huge crease for that running back, and he took advantage of it.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football in this game.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Just drives it between the uprights. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Makes the grab on the left. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there.
Flying down the right side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Howard. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. From the gun, give on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's McCray. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
No good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away at. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Takes it on the return. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. To the air, it's McCray. Still on his feet. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL.